So we'll just wait another 2 minutes. If I haven't met you already, my name is Charlotte, and this is Parkinson's Care and Support UK Mindfulness Yoga. You'll see I have a chair and a mat set up. The first part of the class, you can either sit in a chair or come to standing, where we'll just do a little warm up for the body. And in the second part of the class, you can either stay seated in a chair or come down to lie down on your back with the feet flat on the floor. So one is not better than the other. It's just the one that feels most comfortable for you and your body and how you're feeling today. So you take that option. And then if you see me kind of coming back and forth to my laptop, it's just because I need to push a button to let people in. And sometimes some people do come a little bit late. So just a little bit to mention about mindfulness yoga and how this is different. So mindfulness is all about becoming aware of the present moment. And we do that by becoming aware of how sensation feels in the body, becoming aware of how the breath feels. And really, we're going to be doing these mindful movements, breath work, and a really nice long relaxation at the end of class to help to shift any stress, any anxiety, and really work to bring a bit of calmness and grounding to us, which, you know, with everything that's going on in the outside world, things like this become more important now than ever. Yep. So with that in mind, guys, I'm going to put everyone on mute. However, if someone does want to say something to me, please do just unmute yourself, and you're welcome to just say it. It's really, really important that you don't work into any pain ever. This is about yoga to make you feel good, never yoga to make you feel pain. So if I'm doing something today which just isn't for you, it's not feeling right, please do not do it. Don't push yourself. Again, the elements of mindfulness is to notice just where you are right now, but without any judgment or frustration or any agendas on how you want something to be. So really approach your mindfulness yoga practice with a lot of compassion for yourself. And at any point, if you feel dizzy or things like that, please stop and come to a seat, take water and rest when you need it. So let's begin, either in a seated position or standing. So I will demonstrate the seated position in just a moment. So if you're coming to a standing position, we're coming into our standing mountain pose. Bring your feet hip distance apart, lift and spread your toes, and then bring all sides of the feet down towards the floor. Let your arms just be heavy down beside your body, and just take a moment to feel your shoulders down the back, away from the ears, and you can have a slight bend in your knees, and then just bring your chin parallel to the earth. So that's our standing pose. If you're coming to a seat, bring your hips on the seat, and if it's comfortable, you can have your hips halfway down the seat, away from the back, but it doesn't matter if you're using the back of the chair. Have your knees above your ankles, tracking in line with toes, and have your hands onto the tops of the thighs, and everyone bringing the shoulders away from the ears. And if you've just joined us, welcome. And then it doesn't matter if you're seated or you're standing, everyone take a big breath in through your nose. And just sighing out whatever you did this morning, whatever you've been doing earlier this week, let it all go. Breathing in through your nose, fill your lungs, and a slow exhale out your mouth, and just letting go of any plans you have later today, later this week. Just let it all release. One more like that. Breathing in through your nose, fill your lungs, and sighing out your mouth, and just bringing your awareness into the room you're on, the floor you're standing or chair you're sitting on, and into your body. And if you've just joined us, welcome to Mindfulness Yoga. The invitation is to either come to a standing position or come to a seated position. And I'm just going to quickly put everyone on mute again. And then from here, we're just going to work into the shoulders. So if you're sat in a chair or standing, we can do the same. So breathing in, bring your shoulders up towards your ears as if you're trying to touch your ears with your shoulders. And then breathing out as you bring the shoulders away from the ears down the back. Breathing in, bring your shoulders up towards your ears. And breathing out, the shoulders down the back away from the ears. So we're going to carry on with that. So breathing in, bring the shoulders up towards your ears. And breathing out, the shoulders down the back away from the ears. Inhale through the nose as the shoulders go up towards the ears. And exhale as the shoulders move down the back. Well done. 2 more. Breathing in, shoulders up towards your ears. And breathing out, the shoulders down the back. Last one. Breathing in, bring your shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale the shoulders down your back. So keeping the shoulders down the back away from the ears, can you bring your left ear to listen to your left shoulder? Your left ear listens to your left shoulder. So it's a sideways lateral movement, and we're getting this big stretch in the right side of the neck. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly, gently bring your head through center, and then gently bring your right ear to listen to your right shoulder. So it's this sideways lateral movement. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly bringing your head back through center. And then just bringing the awareness into the hands. And we're just going to start to rotate the hands at the wrist joints. So it may feel good for you to have the hands open, or it may feel better to have the hands closed. So just exploring that movement in your wrists. And then changing direction. And then from here, bringing your index finger and your thumb to have a good press, and then moving the thumb along the fingers, giving each finger a really good press. And then if you want to, you can stay with this rhythm, or maybe you want to go a little quicker. So one is not better than the other. It's just the one which is working for you today. And then let this be your last round. And then make fists with your hands, really tight fists. And then slowly open the hands and spread the fingers really wide. And then making really tight fists with the hands. And then slowly spreading the fingers really wide. Imagine you've got water on your hands, shake that water off. And if you've come to my class, you hear me say this a lot, but imagine you're shaking off something you need to shake off. So maybe that's a bit of stress, maybe it's something that's happened. Just imagine it shaking off your fingers and then shaking from one side of your room through the middle, and then shaking the hands to the opposite side of the room, and then back through the middle, and then shake up really high, coming through the middle and shake down really low. And then coming back through to your mountain pose, or the hands on the thighs, and just take a moment to feel into your arms and your hands, your fingers, your body, and notice any sensations. So maybe there aren't any, and that's fine too. I can feel a little tingling sensation in my hands, a bit like a pins and needles type feeling. And then take a big breath in and a long breath out. And then from here, just let your arms feel really heavy. And if you're sat in a chair, bring your arms beside your chair. And if you're standing, bring a little bend in your knees so you've got a bit of buoyancy in the legs. And we're going to do some swinging with the arms. So we're going to swing them both forwards and swing them both backwards. So the idea here is keeping the arms heavy. So can you feel like they're heavy and they're just swinging with the body? But, don't worry about doing things right. It's not about that. Just see if you can have that feeling of the heavy arms as you swing them back and forth. And if you're sat on the chair, it's the same. It's keeping the arms heavy as you swing them back and forth. And remember, there's no right or wrong here. There's no getting things wrong. So just having that feeling of swinging the arms nice and heavy. And then from here, just let this be your last one. And then just let the arms be heavy beside the body, so coming to stillness. So this time we're going to do alternate arms. So letting one arm go forwards, one arm go backwards. And then once again, can you let your arms just feel heavy? So really, really heavy arms as you swing them front to back. And it's the same if you're in a chair. And then don't forget to breathe here. So sometimes we might be holding our breath because we're concentrating. Just allowing the breath to be soft and maybe you want to go a little bit slower, maybe, and that's absolutely fine. Again, there's no right or wrong. And then just slow it all down. And if you're sat on a chair, bring the hands onto the thighs. And if you're standing, just let the arms be heavy beside the body. And once again, just feel into your arms, your hands, your fingers, your shoulders. So we're going to work a lot with the arms and the shoulders today because when it's really cold, I feel like my shoulders get even tighter because I'm kind of doing this in my big coat. It's so cold. So from here, bring your fingertips onto your shoulders and imagine you've got ink on the edges of your elbows. Start to draw a circle with the edges of your elbows. So this is your version of this. So it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. Maybe you're drawing a smaller circle, or maybe you're exploring a bigger circle. One is not better than the other. So can you explore these little shoulder rotations without any judgment or frustration or agendas on how you want something to be? More important here is your breath. So it's more important to just allow a nice big breath in and a long breath out. Changing direction. And then let this be your last one. And then let the arms fall down beside the body. So we're going to do one more exercise for the shoulders. So we're going to do one arm at a time. So just bring the left arm, so I'm going to mirror you here, the left arm out to the side with the palm facing down. Turn your palm towards me, towards the front of your room. And then turn your palm towards the sky. Go back the way you came, turn your palm towards the front of the room, and then towards the floor, and then towards the room behind you. So we're getting this full rotation in the shoulder, and maybe even past the room behind you a little towards the sky. So don't worry, just never working into any pain. And then we're going to bring the palm to face down towards the floor once more, and just do that one more time. Turn your palm towards the front of the room and towards the sky. And then go back the way you came, palm towards the floor, towards the back of the room, and then maybe the palm towards the sky. And then turn the palm back towards the floor. Just let the arm come down beside the body and notice the differences between your right and left arm. And maybe there aren't any, or maybe you can feel that, the feeling of that exercise through the arm. And then let's move to the opposite side. So bringing the arm parallel to the earth with the palm facing down. Turn your palm towards the front of the room and then turn the palm towards the sky. And then go back the way you came, palm to the front of the room, towards the floor, and then towards the room behind you. Going back the way, palm towards the floor, towards the front of the room, towards the sky. Last one, palm towards the front of the room, towards the floor, and towards the room behind you. And then just bring the palm back towards the floor and then let the right arm come down beside the body, and just feeling into the arms here. So we've worked a lot into the arms today. And then from here, we're going to do a little bit of breath work with some movement. So bringing both hands onto your belly. Can you bring your right hand first and your left hand on top of your right? And you can do this seated or standing, exactly the same. And then from here, inhale through your nose and open your left arm to the left side of the room. And let there just be a gentle rotation, a gentle turning of your upper body as you look towards the left. And then breathing out your mouth as the left hand comes back in towards the belly, and then breathing in as you open the right arm to the right side of the room, and a gentle turn of your upper body towards the right. Lovely. And then exhale out your mouth. Bring the hand in and then swapping over. Breathing in as you open your left arm to the left side of the room, gentle rotation with your upper body. And breathing out as you move the arm with your breath as you sweep it back to your belly. Breathing in, right arm towards the right side of the room. And breathing out as you bring the hand back in towards the belly. Breathing in. Open the arm wide as if it's a wing, opening, turning a little towards the left, and breathing out as you bring the left hand back towards the belly. Breathing in, right arm opens towards the right, gentle turn in the upper body, and breathing out as you bring the right hand back in. We're just doing one more on each side. Breathing in, left arm opens to the left side of the room, and breathing out as you sweep the arm back in. Last one, inhale as you open your right arm towards the right side of the room, and exhale as you bring the hand back in. From here, this time we're going to inhale both arms out towards the sides of the room, broaden across your chest, and exhale as you bring the hands back in towards your belly. Two more like that. Breathing in. So you've got this expansiveness through the chest, through the collarbones, and exhale as you bring the hands back in towards the belly. Last one, breathing in. Broaden across your chest, and breathing out, bringing the hands back in towards your belly. This time, breathing in, open the arms really wide, and then bring one arm on top, one arm on bottom, so they cross over themselves, and then reach your fingers towards your shoulder blades. So we're just stretching the back here, but also if you haven't noticed, you're giving yourself a hug. And this is just really important, and we don't often just get to show ourselves a bit of love and appreciation. So treating yourself as you would treat a dear friend. Just taking a big breath in and a long breath out. And then just allow the arms to fall down beside the body. From here, we're going to be doing if you're standing, a mindful walk around your room. So take a step backwards, and I'm going to demonstrate what we'll be doing in a chair in just a moment. So the idea of this mindful walk around your room is doing something that we do all the time or a lot of the day, but on autopilot. So we're not thinking about these things of how does it feel in the body? Where are you feeling the sensations? Which muscles are activated? What happens to your skin? So all of these little elements, can you bring that awareness into this mindful walk around your room? So just coming into the feet hip distance apart, shifting, let your arms be heavy beside your body as you shift the weight into one foot. The invitation is when you step forward with one foot, can you put down the heel first? So it's heel, arch, ball, and then the toes. And then really take your time as you shift your weight into your front foot and notice how it feels. As you peel the back foot away from the floor and step forwards, heel, arch, ball, and toes. So continue your mindful walk around your room and we'll meet back into the center shortly. And if you're sat in a chair, the invitation here is to do the same, but in a seated position, to just lift one foot a little off the floor and then put down your heel, your arch, your ball, and then your toes. And then moving over to the other foot, lifting the foot a little from the floor and pasting down the heel, the arch, the ball, and the toes. And if it doesn't feel comfortable lifting the foot off the floor, can you just peel the toes away from the floor, spread them and place them down? So I'm going to stop talking now so we can all just take a bit of time to really feel into our mindful walks. And then slowly, slowly make your way back to either your mat or just finishing with both feet if you're sat on the chair. And then just taking a moment in stillness, just to feel the effects of your mindful walk. So just noticing not just how it feels in the body, but what might be going on in the mind now. So did that maybe feel calming? Did it feel grounding? And maybe it didn't, and that's absolutely fine. But the invitation is, if you do get an opportunity to, is just try these little mindfulness practice in something else that you might be doing usually on autopilot. So for example, could you do it when you're washing the dishes, when you're making the bed? So just noticing all the sensations of the water on your hands maybe, or the feeling of the sheets, or whatever it is. So everyone, just taking a nice big breath in through your nose and sigh it out. And then from here, the invitation is to either to come to a seat if you haven't already, or you're welcome to lie down on the floor. If you're coming down on the floor, there are no prizes for the quickest. So please, please take your time and come down safely. So it's really handy to have a chair nearby so that you can get, help you to get one knee down than the other. And if you're lying down, if it's comfortable, and the main thing is that you're comfortable, you can bring your feet flat on the floor with the knees bent and bring the arms down beside the body with the palms facing up. However, if this isn't comfortable, then please come into a comfortable lying position. So if you want your legs long, that's absolutely fine. Or if you need a little bit of cushioning underneath your head, that's absolutely fine too. So just taking a moment to get comfortable. And if you're in a chair and you haven't already, just setting up that your knees are over your ankles, tracking in line with toes, and the hands are on the top of the thighs. So I would recommend here to just keep your eyes open for the moment, because I will be inviting you to close your eyes soon, and it can be tempting with the eyes closed to drift off. And we're just going to, keep that awareness, staying present while we do a little bit more movement in the body in this different position. So from here, whether you're lying on the floor or sat in the chair, just take a big breath in and a long breath out. And take a moment to just feel your body against the earth. So noticing how your body is feeling against the ground or against the chair if you're seated. And just notice if you feel a particular part of your body which may need an extra bit of attention today. Which parts of your body are feeling good? Which parts of your body feel like it might need a little stretch or softening? So can you notice all of these little things that are going on in your body with compassion? So just letting go of agendas or frustrations and just notice how things are. And then how are your energy levels? Are you feeling full of energy, or are you feeling a bit sleepy and depleted? One is not better than the other. So it's just noticing how it is. Then you may notice what's going on in your mind. Are the thoughts fluttering outwards? And if they are, just know that's totally normal to have a busy mind, especially when there's a lot of stuff happening in the world around us. Just becoming aware of it. And then bring your awareness to your breath. Just noticing how does it feel as you breathe in? And how does it feel as you breathe out? And from here, we're going to do a little breathing practice together. And this is the belly breath. When we're stressed and anxious, the breath can be very short and shallow, and it stays very high up in the chest. So we're going to invite the breath to go all the way deep down into the pit of the belly, which is really nourishing for the body, and it has a lovely calming effect as well. So from here, bring your hands on your belly, with your fingers just underneath your belly button, with the fingers lightly touching inwards. And then on your next inhale, can you bring your breath all the way to the belly so you feel your belly expand like a balloon into the palms of the hands? And just notice how that feels as the belly swells. And then breathing out through your nose or through your mouth. Feel how your belly softens and falls. We're just going to do that a few times. So breathing in, into the pit of the belly. Notice how the belly feels in the palms of the hands. And breathing out. Feel what happens to your belly. Notice how it softens and falls. Breathing in. Belly breath. And breathing out. Inhale into the pit of the belly. And breathing out. Feel how the belly softened and falls. Just a few more of them. Breathing in, belly breath. And breathing out. Last one. Breathing in, feeling the belly expand into the palms of the hands, and a slow breath out. If you're sat in a chair, bring your hands back to your thighs, and if you're lying down on the floor, can you bring the arms back beside your hips and just take a moment to notice how it feels in your body once more? What's going on in your mind? And are there any subtle differences between the start of your class to now? Are there any subtle differences to now than when we just did, before we did our breathing practice? Maybe there aren't any, and that's totally fine. Maybe you might feel a little calmer, a little bit more grounded. And then everyone, one more time, take a big breath in through your nose and sigh it out. And then from here, we're going to bring a little bit more movement into the body now, starting with the head. So if you're lying on the floor, keep the back of your skull on the ground. Take an inhale here. And on your exhale, slowly, gently turn your head towards your right shoulder. So if you're lying down on the floor, the back of the skull stays on the ground as you gently turn the head, never working into any pain. Just notice where you feel this in the body. And then breathing in, bringing the head back through center. And breathing out, gently turn your head towards your left shoulder. And just notice, are there any differences between your right and left side? Inhale, bringing your head back through center. And exhale, turning your head towards the right shoulder. Then breathing in, calming back through center. And breathing out, turning your head towards the left shoulder. So we're going to do this one more time on each side. Take it slow and move with your breath, and just notice, where do you feel this in your body? So the turning of the head, I feel it in my upper back, and that doesn't mean that's where you feel it. Just to notice all of these sensations in the body. And then when you're finished doing both sides, bring your head back through center. Once again, if you're lying on the floor, keep the back of the skull on the ground. Imagine there's ink on the tip of your nose, and we're just going to draw a little circle with the tip of the nose in the sky, or forwards if you're sat in a chair. And if you're lying down on the floor at the same time, you're massaging a circular motion with the skull on the ground. And then one more in this direction. And then changing direction. And then last one on this direction. Coming back through center. And then from here, bring your arms down beside your hips with the palms facing down. And if you're sat in a chair, the arms are beside your hips. And we're going to do some arm raises, but we're matching the movement with the breath. So on your next inhale, can you lift both arms into the air? But can you move the arms at the same time? So sometimes there's a dominant arm that likes to lead the way. So just checking the arms are moving at the same time. And then on the exhale, you can carry on with this motion of this semicircle above the head. And if you're lying on the floor, the arms can start to reach towards the room behind you. But remember, never working into any pain. So maybe the arms don't touch the floor, and that's absolutely fine. Or maybe they do. And then we're going back the way we came. Breathing in as you sweep the arms upwards. Checking you haven't got this one dominant arm leading the way. Matching the movement with your breath, breathing out as you bring the arms back down beside your hips, back to where you started. So we're going to do that 2 more times, moving with the breath. Inhale as you lift your arms into the air, really slow and mindfully. And then breathing out, the arms can continue that motion. And if you're lying on the floor, remember the arms don't have to come all the way down towards the floor if that doesn't feel good for your shoulders. You can always open the arms a bit wider into a big wide V shape if that feels more comfortable. And then going back the way you came, breathing in, lifting the arms, checking the arms and moving at the same time, and breathing out as you slowly lower the arms down beside the hips. Last one. Inhale as you lift the arms towards the sky. And breathing out, continue that motion and just taking it to a place that feels comfortable in your shoulders, your arms. So it doesn't matter if they don't go all the way up or all the way down. And last one, breathing in as you lift the arms into the air. And breathing out as you lower the arms down beside the body. Well done, everyone. From here, I'm going to demonstrate first on the floor and then I'll demonstrate in the chair. If you're lying on the floor, can you turn your palms towards the sky but have the arms on the ground? And then if it feels comfortable, have your arms quite wide away from your hips. So shoulder height or maybe slightly lower. And we're going to come into windscreen wiper legs. So have your feet flat on the floor, hip distance apart or slightly wider, and have your feet quite far away from your hips so they don't have to be in very close. Take an inhale here, and on your exhale, let both of your knees sway over towards the right. Maybe the legs touch the floor, maybe they don't. And then only if it feels okay in your neck, you can turn your head towards the left, so the opposite towards the legs. And then breathing in, bringing your knees and your head back through center, and breathing out, swaying the legs with the knees bent over towards the left. And if it feels okay in the neck, you can turn the head towards the right. So can you take this motion a few more times on each side, moving with your breath? And if you're sat on a chair, we're going to do a similar rotation with the spine by bringing the hands across the chest. Take an inhale here, and on your exhale, just gently guide your upper body towards the left. And breathing in, coming through center, and just rotating your upper body towards the right. And we're going to all continue this movement a little more, so moving with the waves of your breath. These twists or rotations in the body are really wonderful for aiding digestion. So it gets the internal organs a good massage. And it's really important here for the breath to be the thing that helps the movement. And then just make sure you've done equal sides, last one on each side. And then coming back through center, if you're sat on a chair, just let the hands come onto the tops of the thighs. And if you're lying down on the floor, option to bring both knees in towards the chest. Hugging the knees in, the hands can come onto the thighs, the knees, the shins. And maybe it feels good for a gentle rock, a little from side to side, massaging your sacrum and lower back. And then everyone taking a big breath in and a long breath out. And then we're all coming into final relaxation. So the idea here is to get really, really comfortable. So if you're lying down on the floor, you might want to lengthen your legs now if you haven't already. You may want to grab yourself a cushion and a blanket, a warm jumper, some socks. Anything that will allow you to feel comfortable. And if you're sat in a chair, the invitation is to move your hips further back on the seat so that you can use the back for support. Cushions, blankets are all really, really handy. You could even put something over your eyes. And then when you're comfortable, everyone taking a big breath in. And then sighing out your mouth, letting go of your day, your week, your month, anything you need to let go of. And closing down your eyes if they're not already closed. And just allow your breath to return to its natural inhale and natural exhale. So without forcing anything, just allowing the breath to be soft and smooth. With the eyes closed, just bring your awareness to your body lying against the earth or sat against the chair and the ground. And notice how gravity is rooting you and connecting you to the earth. So it's like these invisible roots that keep us rooted to the ground beneath us. So feeling completely held and supported by the earth, there's no need to tense your muscles, to grip, to hold, to try. On your next exhale, can you allow your body to completely give in to gravity and be held in the arms of the earth? We're so used to putting effort into a lot of these things we do. So on your next exhale, can you let all of the effort release? And we're just going to take this journey through your body and just exploring if you can relax a little bit more. As we do, the invitation is just to bring compassion, let go of any agendas and how you want something to be. Just bringing your awareness to your feet. And in your mind, explore the tops, the soles, the space between your toes. And on your next exhale, can you relax your feet a little bit more? Feel your ankles are supple and completely relaxed. Relax your shin bones and let go of any gripping in your calf muscles so you feel the muscles spreading softly against the earth. Can you relax your knees and your kneecaps? Just notice if you're tensing your thigh muscles on your next exhale, completely relax. Completely relax your buttocks. And imagine your hip bones having smooth surfaces and the hip joints are loose and free. Relax your tailbone. And in your mind, ascend your spine like it's a staircase, relaxing each vertebrae one step at a time. Feel your sacrum relax, Your lower back relax. Your middle back relax. Your upper back completely relax. Bring your awareness to your shoulders and your shoulder blades. Often we can wear the weight of the world on our shoulders. So on your next exhale, imagine any weight sliding away from your shoulders. Any burdens just sliding off. So on your next exhale, your shoulders are light and free to melt downwards. Bring your awareness to your belly and feel your belly is soft and warm. Experience your breath deep within your belly. Perhaps you notice a gentle rise of your belly on your inhale and a gentle fall of your belly on your exhale. Relax your ribs. Feel your chest is open and free. Notice how your breath moves easily in and how your breath moves easily back out again. Relax your upper arms, your elbows. Relax your forearms and your wrists. Relax through the palms of your hands, through each finger to each fingertip. Relax your neck and your throat. Can you relax your head and feel that it's completely held by the earth? Relax your jaw, your teeth. Relax your lips so they're soft and warm. Relax your tongue so it just rests loosely within your mouth. Relax your nose. Relax your cheeks and imagine your cheeks sliding away from your cheekbones. Relax your temples. Relax the little tiny muscles around your eyes so your eyelids feel heavy like little blankets. Relax your forehead. Can you relax your mind? Imagine you're lying down or seated somewhere outside in nature. Wherever you are, you feel completely safe and supported by the earth. Perhaps you're in a garden, in a meadow, on a beach, on a mountain, by a beautiful lake or a beautiful forest. The weather is perfect. Not too hot, not too cold. There's a beautiful blue sky above you. Enjoy the feel of the sun pouring down on your body. Breathing in the fresh air. Here, all the elements are in balance, promoting a sense of balance within you. And as the sun pours its gentle healing glow downwards, start to feel that healing warmth radiating from the floor beneath you. And as it does, feel this healing warmth pouring into your body. And as this healing warmth pours and flows through your body, it melts away any tension, tightness, but also stress, anxiety, or fears. Imagine it melting away and pouring back down into the earth. And with each new inhale, feel that energy from the sun. And with each new exhale, breathing out any lasting tension, tightness, stress, anxiety. Feeling a sense of calm and well-being flow through your entire body. And if any thoughts start to flutter into the mind, just notice them without any judgment, frustration, or attachment. And remember that you're lying under a beautiful blue sky, and your thoughts are just clouds passing by and evaporating into the atmosphere. Perhaps you bring your awareness back to your belly, and just noticing the gentle rise of your breath on your inhale and the gentle fall of your breath on your exhale. And following the waves of your breath like a lullaby. Let it gently rock you a little bit further into relaxation. And just take a little more time here. With each exhale, see if you can relax a little bit more. And slowly start to deepen your breath, lengthening your inhalation, lengthening your exhalation, breathing in that energy from the sun, that vitality, life force, healing energy, and breathing out any lasting tension, tightness. Just bring your awareness back to your body against the earth or against the chair. Start to become aware of the outside world by listening for sounds you hear. What's the furthest sound you can hear? Notice any sensations on your skin, any taste within your mouth. And with this deeper breath, can you imagine you're just coming out of a winter's hibernation? Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Moving the hands and the feet. And then only when you're ready, the arms can blossom outwards and upwards to give yourself a full body stretch, like you've just woken up in the morning and this is your first stretch of your day. So maybe there's a yawn. And then if you're lying down on the ground, you can bring both knees in towards the chest to roll over onto one side into a fetal position. And then there's no rush at all to use both of your hands to bring yourself back into any comfortable seat. So that could be seated on a chair, could be seated on the floor. You could have your back against a wall, your legs in any comfortable position. And just bringing your hands onto the tops of your thighs. Let your shoulders guide down the back away from your ears and close down your eyes. So just feeling the base of your body or your feet if you're in a chair against the floor. Can you press a little bit downwards towards the earth? Just notice how gravity is rooting us and connecting us to the ground. Or just help us to feel really rooted, grounded, and connected to the present moment as we move through the rest of our week. Take a big, nourishing breath in and a long sigh out the mouth. And slowly peel the eyes open. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone, for practicing mindfulness yoga with me. My name is Charlotte, and this is Parkinson's Care and Support UK Mindfulness Yoga. I will be back next week, same time. Any questions, comments, we always love to hear it, so do let us know. And thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope everyone has a lovely rest of your day, a wonderful week, and I get to see you again next week.